Something about fall makes it feel like a movie, right? I feel like the fall vibe really comes through, especially when the air gets colder, the playlists get moodier, and suddenly we all just want to slow down. So this fall, I'm going to have an It Girl fall by following a few things that I think you should probably follow too. So this year, I'm entering the It Girl fall. It's just following simple routines, cozy habits, and romanticizing every little thing. Because sometimes I do feel as if we get lost, we don't realize what's in front of us. Focus on the present and leave the past and the future do its own thing. It Girl Fall is not about perfection. It's about slowing down, feeling grounded, and finding small things important and special. I have a few things to talk to you about that would definitely make you feel more in the fall spirit. The first one that I was going to mention is take more fall walks. I do this and I have been doing it for around like 12-13 days already consistently, where I walk around like 10,000 steps. But it's more of a fitness journey, right? But since fall has came, probably in the last week or so, I've been feeling so calm. It's made me feel so good, especially in the evening when it's a bit chilly and I'm just taking a stroll down my neighborhood and going around just walking, either walking the dogs, walking myself, and just kind of catching up on a few text messages if I need to. Watch the leaves change and breathe. I think a lot of people think that walking takes a lot of time away from you, but try to do daily tasks and try to combine them with something so you won't feel like you're wasting your time. Because for the longest, I was like, oh my god, this walk is like taking me 2 hours to finish 10,000 steps, which was definitely hard in the beginning, but I immediately started doing extra tasks, especially when I was walking, so I wouldn't feel like it was wasted time, right? I told myself I do have to take time for myself, for my health, and also so I can just enjoy the moment. The second thing on my list is to curate a fall playlist. Why do I say this? So you know how sometimes a playlist gets you in that mood? The music either hypes you up or it slows it down, or when it makes you sad, it really makes you sad because you're listening to sad music and a sad playlist. You can definitely control your vibe by the music you listen to. Build a playlist that builds that cozy fall theme. Something that gives main character, especially if you're going on walks. Like, I feel like that'd be so perfect. Or even while you're driving, just having fall music play. Of course, it doesn't have to be like Jingle Bells. It doesn't have to be something from winter or even with that vibe unless you really like gentle music. If you want to have that fall playlist, try to find music that makes you feel beautiful and that reminds you of fall. Like, there's so many small cues that can trigger that. You can scroll on Spotify or Apple and other streaming platforms. Number 3 is one of my favorites because I feel like I did it a lot last year and I'm definitely going to do it a lot this year. Do free fall themed things, right? So if there's a pumpkin patch that is free, or if there's a church thing that is free, with a pumpkin patch, or a farmer's market, or window shopping, even collecting small trinkets or collecting leaves to see how time is changing. Even if you scrapbook or have a junk journal, that's beautiful. I recently started junk journaling, and when I tell you, it's fun collecting random stuff. I follow a few Houston-based accounts on Instagram that they post what things are going to be occurring, what events are going to be occurring, and things like that, so you can always be aware and go to things. A few events are packed with a bunch of individuals, but I think that it's still very fun, and they have pop-ups and matcha places, and yeah. Me and my friends went to one, and me and my boyfriend had gone to a cool vintage pop-up that was awesome. I'll show you a few clips from there. I feel like not everybody is in the budget to waste money all the time. I think as I matured and grew a little older, I definitely wanted to do more free things because your girl had bills to pay. Your girl had like things that she really needed to use her money for. It was a little scary having to manage my money and then wanting to do a lot of different things and be adventurous, but you have to really realize that just do things for the experience, but a lot of materialistic things we do not need. There was another setting powder. Unless I really loved it and this one was finished, I'd buy it. If it's not finished, I'm not gonna buy another one. I'm not gonna buy another one because why do I need it? I think taking a finance class has helped me budget more and really realize what I do need and what I don't, because sometimes I feel like when I was younger, I definitely loved having my fair share of things, and sometimes I would want more than one of what I had, and no. How I said, this could be a free thing or not a free thing. The only reason why I'm saying that, you can make yourself a coffee at home, buy yourself syrup. It's going to be such fewer cost than having to go get coffee every single day, and you can customize it at home. I feel like I love my coffee, especially when I make it, because if I do not like something, I can always move things around. I can add more syrup, I can add more water, I can add more coffee, make it stronger, make it less, things like that. But at a coffee shop, if you do not like your drink, you do not like your drink and that's it. Unless you really are those type of people that tell the barista, no, I don't like it. Trying a seasonal drink and going on TikTok if you need help finding syrup, or a caramel cold brew, apple cider, pumpkin chai, pumpkin brulee, pumpkin everything. Yeah, you can make your own cozy latte at home. I do suggest making your own coffee at home, but definitely once out of the week going to go get yourself a coffee, or once every 2 weeks going to a different coffee shop, being adventurous is really nice. So do that, because I used to explore a lot of Houston by myself actually, and would go to different coffee shops, walk in, feel the space. Oh, it was so woo. Decorating your space for fall is also really important. As you can see in the background, I don't have my space done yet, but I do definitely want to do it. I'm unemployed, so it's a little difficult having to buy things right now, especially when I don't need them. As of right now, I have like a chart that's based on needs and wants, and my wants is a long list that I've been leaving alone and I have not touched, and I just don't even look at it. I just put it, and in a few months I'm gonna look back at it, and if I really do want it, it's getting out of there, and if I don't, it's just gonna be moved away to that you really didn't need it. Even if you don't have money, you can always add candles, a few warm textures. So I think I might switch these two up for something a bit more warmer, especially in the fall. I do want to have a cute fall vibe going on. I might add just a white blanket or a comforter, because I do think I have another comforter. To decorate for fall, you can even design pumpkins. Last fall, I painted pumpkins instead of carving pumpkins, because I feel like when you carve pumpkins, they kind of go bad really fast. Especially in Texas, it doesn't really get cold till like the last week of November. And yeah, we decided to paint it last year, and it actually lasted probably around like 4 or 5 months, because we just left them there until the beginning of New Year's. Yes, that's crazy. You can also bake or cook something that's fall inspired. Last time, what me and my sister had done was doing a cookie skillet. No, it wasn't a cookie skillet. I think it was a cookie skillet or a brownie skillet. I can't recall. But it was so good, especially with ice cream and just sitting at home watching a movie. You already know the vibe. Things like that are very special, because it's something that makes your house first smell like delicious and very good, but it also makes the space very warm and nurturing, and kind of just gathers everybody together. Because I remember when we did this, my whole entire family had came, and we were just watching a movie, and it was just me, my cousins, and us, and it was just beautiful, and I just love it. When people come over, we all just sit down and put covers and feel comfy and just, you know, watch something. It's beautiful. Having a cozy fall reset day is very important, because clean after yourself. Make sure that you do things that are very important to you, especially tasks that are significant. Reset your energy, light a candle, take a full body shower, wash your sheets, and clean your space, because that will make you feel very clean. I feel like a lot of people, especially if you're with your partner, you really don't get to do a lot of things by yourself, but it is very important to do that by yourself. You still need to grow, right? You grow with your partner, but you need to grow within yourself. Doing things like going by yourself to a coffee shop, bookstore, etc. Yes, you can be very comfortable in front of your partner, but there's certain things that you should just like reserve for you, especially time for you, because it's very important for mental health as well as like loving yourself. Enjoy your own company, because like at the end of the day, all you have is you. And that's not to be pessimistic or anything. I'm just saying it in the most realistic way. Like, you should be the most important thing to yourself. Well, unless you have children and things like that, but always take care of yourself, right? A lot of people tend to forget, and it's something that even if you forget it, you can always bounce back to it. Like, just because you didn't do it for a while does not mean that you don't love yourself. You just probably forgot, and that's totally okay. Taking yourself to these places alone is not bad, and it doesn't make you a bad person. And if anybody tries to gaslight you, girl, what the hell are you doing? I would definitely go places. I love going places alone. Sometimes I think social anxiety is scared of me because I love talking, and I'm a very chatty person, and there's times where I get a little shy, but then like I know you just a tad bit and I will spill the beans here. And if someone doesn't like me for being me, who cares? Like, I will shine no matter if someone's trying to dim my light. I will keep shining, and that's just me. I love going to places alone. I love going to get a coffee by myself. I love to like relax my mind, and sometimes I need time away from my family, friends, my partner, things like that. It doesn't mean I don't love them. It just means I need my self time, my solo time, like just doing something by myself, reading a book, taking a stroll, and just relaxing and breathing. The next thing I would definitely do is to start journaling. Journaling is very important because you're taking out those emotions that you felt, whether it was a bad emotion or a sad emotion or even a happy emotion, right? You're putting it onto paper and just really looking at it. And sometimes, especially like when you're upset about something, you can write and scribble and things like that, right? And you realize like a day later, oh wow, I don't think I meant this. So would you rather tell your partner or your family like really mean things and then regretting it and doing that, or would you rather have put it in paper, scratched it out later because you're like, ooh, I did not mean that, right? Like, there's certain things that you can take back when you're writing, but when you're speaking it out, there's only so much you can go back and forth with. So like, journaling is very important. I started doing it and it definitely helped my mental health. I definitely did have a time where I was depressed and I was going through it, but I realized that I could definitely put my feelings into a journal and talk to my journal as if it were my therapist, or even my voice memo. Like, I'm telling you, my voice memos has heard, let me show you, my voice memos have definitely heard my life story. Whenever I need to talk about something and I don't feel like speaking on the phone to somebody because I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings, or if I'm sad or anything like this, I just love talking to my voice memo because it feels like I'm talking to someone and someone is really there. And I'm so sorry if that sounds a little crazy. They definitely would have burned me up years ago, especially for making tea. You just have to let it out, right? And there's many ways to do it. And journaling, voice memos, talking to a therapist, actually, things like that. But I mean, what's a more affordable way than actually getting a therapist? Journaling. Host a movie night or a game night. These are very important, especially if you have like a big family. I would suggest to host a movie night or a game night because it's very important to have a social night with your friends and family. Doesn't matter which. If your family is big, go ahead and do it with your family, and if you do not have a big family, do it with your friends. Like, your friends are your family. Your friends, who you surround yourself with, is very important, and having those people be a part of important, significant parts of your lives is beautiful, right? But when people get together and do Friendsgiving, I think it's very important having like cozy blankets, hot chocolate, pizza, and have a good lineup for movies if you're going to do that. For game nights, having a list of games is also really cool to do. Especially, it makes y'all really like socialize, and sometimes you can create funny jokes out of just a small little thing, right? So I think it's very important to have like a time block for your family and friends, because they should be like a very huge part of your life, especially during fall. Having quality time with the right people is very important, because like that's just how good memories are made. Another thing that I would suggest with my whole heart is to go thrifting. If you're not a thrifter, I'm so sorry. Thrifting is like the best thing that had ever been invented. Someone didn't like their stuff, it was someone else's garbage, and it's your treasure, right? You can find so many cool things at the thrift store that you're not paying full price for. Yes, somebody must have worn it 5 times, 4 times. Like, you're putting all that love to something that someone did not love. And I think that goes with like life a lot. Is it basically like an analogy? Like, someone can not like you and be like, you're not the right person for me, but to another person you can be its whole world. That person can value you so much and do everything that another person probably would not. The thrift is giving a second chance to clothes and objects that many people just don't even look at half the time. I don't know if I mentioned it before, I raccooned my desk. My desk is not in best condition, but it's still getting everything done. I have my makeup that I, you know, put away. I do my homework on this desk. I eat in this desk. I watch Netflix on this desk. I definitely, like, I just do so many things, and I raccoon this desk, right? I've seen my friends thrift a desk. I've seen my friends thrift clothes. I've thrifted clothes. I've thrifted a desk. I'm trying to remember everything in my life that I've ever thrifted. I've thrifted so many things, but there's so many cute outfits that someone's like, oh my god, girl, you got money. And I said, no babes, I'm being resourceful and using the thrift store as my outlet to get really beautiful clothes. First of all, not wasting $100 on a t-shirt. I believe we might be in the same tax bracket. Please, that I definitely took a finance class, so I'm very aware of ways on how to save my money. Live your life and spend a little here and there for things that you actually love. Don't always spend it on things that are unnecessary. Like, thrifting is the best place where you can really find things that you love. I think I also really got into thrifting because my sister had bought a sewing machine, and it was very useful. Whenever you thrift, you can easily create something out of it. What we're going to do this fall is also take care of our skin. Definitely hydrate your skin on a daily and do certain routines on your face that will have your face looking wonderful, especially your body. Making sure to add shea moisture onto your skin, especially during showers, especially when it gets cold. I know sometimes when it's warm outside, having shea butter on you does not feel the best. It feels very sticky, things like that, but whenever it's winter, it's like a necessity, because if not, you're going to feel like you're gonna crack. I feel like whenever I don't moisturize, I feel like I'm going to crack. It's a weird feeling, but that's how it feels. Like, it feels like you can just go like, maybe it's like a thing in my head. I don't know, friends. I literally don't know. Definitely make sure to hydrate. Use body butter, lip balm, and get the I have that glow. Spend time offline. This is a very important thing for many of us to do. Whether you read, you draw, you journal, just do something that's not based on this device. Like, this device shouldn't be as important. I've seen my screen time and it's bad. And I think it's mostly because everything that I do, just try to have a moment where you really just disconnect with the media and connect within yourself. Because I feel like when people just connect to the media, and I think it's happened to me, whenever I'm on YouTube or on Instagram or on TikTok all day and I'm doom scrolling, it makes you feel disgusting after. There's times where I'm just watching videos, and then I realize my whole day went by and I'm like, wow, I did not achieve anything today. Achieving 1 or 2 goals per day is very important for your health and for your mental. It's definitely very important for your mental health. Sit in silence with your thoughts if you have to. Don't be scared of that, because they're definitely not scared of you, so don't be scared of them. Romanticize the little things. This one is very important because I feel like a lot of people definitely forget about, and it's to romanticize the little things. I mean this in the best way possible. You never know what can occur in life, right? So take every moment and put great intentions into it, whether it's a warm shower, being grateful about that, having slow mornings, rain sounds, things like that, because there's things that others don't have and you probably do, right? Definitely make sure that you have great intentions for everything, and great things will come. This fall, I'm choosing to glow differently. I'll be more quiet, intentional, and grateful for everything that I have, as well as I'll do it for myself and no one else. Because It Girl is just not an aesthetic, it's a mindset. So go make your playlist, go on that solo walk, and keep becoming her, as I will too. So thank you so much for watching, and remember that your peace is the most important thing in life. Make sure to subscribe and to follow my social media if you'd want to see more of me. And when I upload every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, besitos.